All right, here we go with the Indiana Jones Pinball Nightmare Part 25. So I got some different stuff laid out. I'm going to go over it. First things first, I'm just going to go over this. I'm going to say what is it I want to do today. Today, what I would like to accomplish by the end of the day is having this cabinet neatly wired and completely built. That's my goal. And this is where I'm at right now. No coin door, no flipper button switches, just numerous things. Just kind of everything's thrown in there, but it's not quite buttoned up. Okay, so that's what I want to accomplish. Now, if I come over here, I'll go over what's been holding me up and what's stopping me. So they wanted a chrome glass receiver. I got that. They wanted black nickel hinges. They sent chrome, they wanted black nickel. This is a little bit of a problem. So I got these black nickel hinges, but I got two different ones. One's one style and one's another style. One's blue and one's black. They're no good to me, so I can't use these. I'm gonna give you a real close-up shot of what's wrong with these. So when you look at these two side by side, this one's got some notch cut in it. This one does not. This one's got a small indentation. This one's got a huge indentation. This one is bluish. This one's black. These are not a match set, so I can't use these. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go right over there to my drawer, and I'm gonna get a nice set of refinished black hinges, and I'm putting them on there. I can't keep fooling with this. I mean, it's holding me up constantly. Just tired of it. So I did go over to my warehouse and get a correct door. It took me two of them to make one. I'll take this all apart. I'll clean it up today. We'll refinish it and put it back together. I got the transformer that they sent me, and I broke that down. It has a serial number from something other than pinball, so it might be out of a shuffle bowler or something like that. I don't know, but it's got the right plugs. It's gonna work. I'm a little bit concerned about the brackets, so I've taken all the brackets off. A couple of them are bent, so I'm gonna straighten those out and clean them up good. It does have a different style of bracket. Hopefully it fits that cabinet, because that transformer plate is built into the cabinet. There'll be no deviation on that. You're gonna have to have something that bolts right up, and if not, we'll figure it out. That's all we can do. So that's what the game plan is for today. So we'll get this stuff kind of broke down. I already have some of it. We'll break this coin door down. We'll take it up there in the paint shop. We'll refinish this. We'll polish this. And while that stuff's drying, we'll start wiring that cabinet. And then by the time we get it wired neatly, we should be able to pop up there and grab this stuff that's just nice and dry, put it together, put it on there, and hopefully at the end of the day, we're gonna have a wired cabinet. We'll see. We hope. Okay, so here's where we're at so far. I've blacked out the transformer. I used metal etch primer for this. I straightened all the brackets out. They look good. It's got some real minor surface rust. I'm not gonna fool with that. It's not because I couldn't, but these transformers have this resin on them. They're like this brown. You can kind of see it right here. It's like this hard coat resin that they put on these. I don't know why they do it, but I know that it's on there for a reason, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't wanna take that resin coating off. So that's why I don't have these things chrome plated, or I don't polish them to death or anything like that. It's gonna take away something they put on there for some reason. Let's see. This apron, this is a nice original apron. I'm gonna clear coat this. It's gonna look really ugly when I clear it the first time. It's gonna probably fisheye where all the decals are, and it's really gonna hate the clear that I put on there. It's not gonna take it well. I know this, but ultimately I'll be able to sand that and then clear it and sand it and clear it until I can get it to take it well, and it'll flatten it out and it'll smooth out, and it'll make it look more seamless. Like instead of looking like it's a decal apron, it'll eventually, through a process of clearing it and painting it and stuff, it'll look like it's either painted or it's all one piece screen printed. I chose this apron. I have a couple IJ aprons to pick from because a couple of them are getting that wooden thing that people stick over top of it, or it looks like wood, whatever it is. This was a really nice original apron. Didn't have a lot of marks in it, but it's going to be really critical. I'd say they applied this decal at the factory just a touch, a teeny bit off, but it's close enough to where I wouldn't want to peel that off and try to redo it, because at that point it defeats the purpose. I no longer have factory decals. I got to put aftermarket decals on there, and they're fine. But these factory ones have almost like a foiling to them. There's just something about them that looks really vivid. And so since I have a nice one, gonna clear it, gonna lock that down, and gonna rework this apron and try to maintain that originality, but nicer, which kind of fits our theme with this project. It's like everything is original, but better, kind of. Other than that, I am about to base coat this coin door. Get this thing, I got to really clean up in here, but it's a messy room. What do you want? I got this thing metal etched. I'm gonna base coat it, and then I'm gonna clear coat it. It needs to be full gloss clear, just because that's the style of door it is. That Hap style door has a nice shiny finish. So when I'm clear coating this apron, or I should say, when I'm clear coating this door, I'll clear coat that apron, and then all this stuff can dry at the same time, and I can work on other things. Got the apron cleared. Looks good, actually. I got it nice and flat. I have to sand it and work on it to really, get rid of the sharp edges and do a little bit of repaint, but looks good. Good starting point for that. Coin door is good. I'm working on the Playfield, so I'm gonna get that in here in a minute, and hopefully I'll get that cleared today. But I gotta paint all the inserts. Okay, while I'm clear coating that apron and the door, I'm gonna go ahead and sand this Playfield that I cleared yesterday down and knock all these weird spots out of these inserts and put a light coat of clear on it again. Just leveling it. There's no certain time period this thing needs to set or anything like that. Overnight's fine. So I'll sand this down real quick, and we'll throw it in there, and we'll clear all that stuff at once. I have got a handle on what I need to do, and I'm gonna do it. Mask. I'm just gonna probably wind up painting all the wood tones. I hate to do it, but we'll see what I do. I'll let you watch for a few minutes. Okay, got all the wood tones cut out. Now I'm gonna cut out the super jackpot insert. From what I've seen, the red part of the insert, so which letting the light come through, should be pink. And then the rest of it looks like that. I don't know if that's gonna mess with how it lights. I'm not too worried about it. I'm gonna put it on there very thin. But for it to look correct, this red part needs to be pink. All right, here we go. Wood tones. All right, I sprayed the wood tones, I cut all that out, sprayed that, painted the insert pink, and I'll just start unmasking it. All right, here it is unmasked. We got the wood tones painted, we got the pink super jackpot insert. Next step is gonna be to black out all the insert borders. I dread doing it. It's gonna be very time consuming. I'm not gonna try to capture that on here. I'm just gonna say it's 108, and I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not painting this black until maybe, I don't know, 3. Probably take me a couple hours, we'll see. But I'll mask it off, I'll cut it out, and we'll come on from there. And what I'm trying to do is get all the big work done to it, so then I can just clear it again. All right, I'm gonna start cutting out some of these inserts. Well, I shouldn't say start, I've already cut out a lot of them, but I'm gonna demonstrate a couple and I'm gonna move on. So this is my homemade insert lighting tools, a 9-volt battery, a piece of wood, a lamp socket, and an LED. And what I'm gonna do with it is I'm just gonna park it under the insert that I wanna cut out. And just gonna cut it out. I mostly need it to see the inside of the insert. The outside I can usually see pretty good. People are always trying to talk me into restoring Playfields. I used to do that, and I quit doing it a good bit ago, but obviously I could do it. It's not that, but the reason I don't like to do it is I just don't have time for it. I mean, I've spent like an hour and a half just cutting out these black inserts, and I'm not done yet. And with the other stuff I got to do, I don't have time for it. If I was retired and money was no object and I was trying to fill my free time, it would be a good way to do that. But other than that, it's a terrible way to try to make a living. yeah, hopefully you get the idea. I got a few more inserts and then I'll come back on here and we should be ready to clear this thing. All right, there it is. I've blacked out all the inserts. I'm gonna double check them with the light, and as long as that's good, then we can unmask it. So a lot of hours are spent cutting this stuff out just to peel it right off. All right, it's unmasked. Everything's ready to go. We're gonna shoot some clear on here real quick. There it is. It's cleared now for the second time. All the paintwork's done to it. I don't anticipate it needing it too much more as far as paintwork goes. It's gonna need a little bit more leveling work. I'll need to sand it and clear it one more time, and then sand it and polish it. But other than that, it's good. We maintained nice natural wood. Shooter lane looks great. Camouflaged that eject wear. No more ground in dirt. The character inserts are leveling out pretty good. It's got, you might see a hint of something here or there. I mean, you're not going to cut all these inserts out and have all that stenciling material and have every single one not be perfectly sealed, but it's pretty close. That pink super jackpot insert, that actually turned out really good. Pretty happy with that. Mode start repair looks good. Target bank repair is good. And it is wet, so I don't want to be too close or get too close to it, but show it the best I can for right now. Just walk down it a little bit. All right, looks pretty good. So the next step will be I can go and start putting the coin door together now. That's dry, the transformer. I spent all day painting this thing. I didn't plan on doing that, but I got sidetracked when I got out here, so whatever. It just, everything I do is advancing it forward, so that's what's important. All right, here is the coin door. I got that painted now. Transformer is refinished and put together. I'm ready to put this stuff into use. I'm gonna put it on the cabinet, but that's pretty much it. I just wanna close out the video pretty much where I started it for the day. I didn't plan on getting sidetracked with the Playfield. I'm glad I did, but that's definitely what happened. So tomorrow, it is my plan to do everything I said I was going to do today, and more, a lot more. Don't even ask me how much more, but more. And that's it.